All right, today we're playing Donkey Kong for Game Boy. Now you might be wondering, why the heck are you just playing basic old Donkey Kong? And when we start this game, that's all it's going to be, is basic old Donkey Kong. So it might not seem like it's super interesting. However...
came out in 94, which is like into the Super Nintendo lifespan. You'd think Donkey Kong would be like one of the first basic things, but... Yeah.
So what happened is this game kind of became a little bit obscure because... people just thought, oh, it's Donkey Kong. And then anybody who did buy the game, like the first few levels are just basic Donkey Kong. But once you go through the first 4 levels, which if you ever played the arcade Donkey Kong, it's 4 screens. And then those 4 screens repeat, you know? So in this, you just go through the 4 screens, but then the game completely changes to a different, a totally different type of game. And it's still Mario and Donkey Kong, but... I'm gonna show you.
Is Mario still the bad guy?
That's interesting. I don't know.
Okay, we'll see.
I think you mean Donkey Kong's the bad guy because he steals Pauline.
Oh, what was I thinking? Donkey Kong 2 was the one where Mario's the bad guy.
Yes.
Yeah. Donkey Kong Jr. on NES.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong Jr. was the one.
Which is funny. That is like Donkey
Kong.
Kong 2. And you know what else is funny? Somebody made it's actually, there's an arcade cabinet of it, but there actually is a Donkey Kong 2, but it's not official.
Oh.
And it's not very good, but there is a Donkey Kong 2.
And this is for Game Boy. We're playing it on the Super Game Boy, on the Super NES.
And it's kind of cool how they put it in an arcade cabinet.
Yeah, because later on when they started releasing Game Boy games, they made them where if you put them in a Super Game Boy, they have their own colors, where it's not just like a monochrome color, it's actually pretty legit color.
Oh wow, Mario did a huge backflip. I didn't know he did that actually until right now. How did I do that? Oh, like that. Did you see that?
Yeah, that's cool.
Look at that. I've never seen it. I didn't know that happened. Oh shit. Okay. Anyway, that was just a shock to me. I was like, oh my god, how did I do that?
Yeah.
So I guess even this is a little bit different. Just recently, Nintendo, I guess over the summer or something, Nintendo finally released the original arcade version of Donkey Kong on the Nintendo Switch, and it's so strange to think that the original Donkey Kong, the original, never came out on anything, any system. Now there was a million ports of Donkey Kong.
What was the NES Donkey Kong?
The NES Donkey Kong was a remade version of the arcade Donkey Kong, but it wasn't the actual game.
Yeah.
The actual what came from the the arcade board. It had NES graphics. It didn't look like the actual arcade. So what they did is literally just took the arcade version and put it on the Nintendo Switch. So it's amazing that it's 2018 and there was never an actual console version of Donkey Kong until right now. And one of the reasons of that is lawsuits and stuff like that. I think somebody owned Donkey Kong and all that stuff. And I think you've talked about that before, right? Or no, that's King Kong or something.
King Kong and Nintendo.
Yeah,
and Donkey
that.
Kong
It had something to do with all that. And I believe, but anyway.
So after all these years, the arcade is officially out on a Nintendo console.
Yes.
As they say in Ghostbusters 2, when the Titanic arrives, better late than never.
That's right.
So far it looks like an advanced version of the classic game.
Yeah.
It looks like this stage I think is different, right? This isn't in any of the...
I mean, it's all different because it's Game Boy graphics and stuff, but it's that level's the classic spring level. That's in the original game. Yeah. And I think they even had the Pie level in here, but it's obviously redesigned. The Pie level, the Pie Factory, is the one that they actually took out in a lot of the versions, and you see that again, obviously in the original on the Switch, which is cool. The other thing that's amazing is that they released Sky Skipper, which is a game that they released in. It was it was gonna be released, but then they changed Sky Skipper into Popeye, and that's a lost Nintendo game that was never released. And then and Nintendo had never even had it or anything.
Really?
But somebody found a Popeye the board that was inside the arcade machine, and then they somehow backwards did something to it where they were able to pull the Sky Skipper game out of it, and then Nintendo got a hold of it, and then they released it on the Switch. So a long-lost Nintendo game from the Donkey Kong era just came out in 2018, and nobody had ever played it before.
Huh, wow.
Yeah, so that was awesome. And the game's actually pretty good, too. I was talking about Sky Skipper and all that. So now we're on the other part of the game where, the gameplay totally changes. Okay. So you can see there's, a map now. Yeah. I'm going to save it. And okay, so now we go to stage 1 on this, and this is totally different now. So now basically you're collecting keys, and the game kind of becomes a puzzle game. So I'm gonna try to show you this. It's still similar, but you'll see what I mean. So you see the key over there. So now you're trying to get a key, and then you can pull the key up, which is sort of like, oh, there you go. You just hit Y. I didn't know the button. Then you can basically go in the door, and they started off pretty simple. And then it gradually gets harder. So why don't you try this?
All right.
Because it's Donkey Kong, yet a totally different game.
It is funny how it's just called Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Like, I guess they couldn't call it Donkey Kong Country or Donkey Kong Land because those exist.
Right.
So maybe they could have called this something, like Donkey Kong something, just to differentiate it from the arcade, but...
So my theory on it is that they probably wanted to just release Donkey Kong on the Game Boy, and then they were probably like, well, you know what, it's not going to be as good as the NES one, it's not going to be good as the arcade one, but however, a lot of people that are going to buy the game are going to expect to be able to play Donkey Kong, so let's put the classic game on there, but then have it change it into something else so people aren't disappointed.
Like, it's like kind of like Donkey Kong Extended. It's like that. It's that game, but then it's more.
Yeah.
And do these trash cans do anything? It's not.
Oh, and you can throw items now, like, at the enemies. It's kind of like Mario 2, where you can, like, throw the keys at guys and stuff.
He's, like, convulsing. Oh, what?
Oh, I bet that disappears and goes back up there.
Oh, okay.
If you're too slow, but they give you, like, a minute to... You could probably chuck the key at those dudes and kill them, I bet, too.
Kind of like in Mario 2?
Yeah. Oh, or not. I thought, or maybe
I think I missed, but I don't know. Oh, you know, I'm just gonna wait.
Or not.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, fuck.
By the way, nobody said that this was easy.
Yeah.
I guess you probably jump and like chuck it up there again, like Mario 2.
Yeah.
You're almost there. 20 seconds. Nice.
All right. Cool. Well, it's definitely utilizing the Game Boy capabilities. And instead of, you know, like trying to make something that is watered down, they're actually making something that's perfectly suited for the Game Boy. Shit. Oh, I was looking for where I was.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, where am I?
I was looking for it too. The big city. So Pauline's in there.
Pauline. There's Pauline, there's Peach, there's Daisy.
Mario gets around.
Yeah.
Well, you know, he does. I think it's the voice. It's a me!
Oh, yeah.
They can't, they can't resist.
It's the mustache.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Chicks dig the mustache. Chicks dig the car. Why did they put nipples?
Oh, in the bad
yeah.
I don't. That's a good question. I really don't know.
Like, if it's a tribute
that for a long time.
If it's a tribute to the 1960s Batman, like, you don't see Adam West nipples.
Yeah, not at all.
As far as I know.
I'm not sure. I mean, maybe it's just a way to differentiate it, like make it different. But I mean, it made it different, all right. It's not. Yeah,
but why?
I don't know. But it's funny. It's funny because nipples on a bat suit would serve no purpose. Like, they don't. It's like. Because it's like, okay, when he's wearing the suit, does that mean that his real nipples like fit inside of the fake nipples that are on the outside? Like, it's like, why are they like?
The movie has a sense of humor to it. It's got like the back credit card and stuff.
Yeah,
I think they just put it in there to make it funny because the tribute really was that that the old Batman was funny, like the Adam West Batman.
So in their own way, was trying to make it funny.
Yeah, I mean, just to be like serious about it, but
because
it is a little ridiculous.
Batman Returns, which was also kind of funny.
That's true.
Was so dark and twisted, and people complained that it was Batman Returns was too dark, basically.
I could see that.
So then with Batman Forever, they kind of like brightened it up and made it like, you know.
Talk about too dark, though. Then you go into the Christopher Nolan.
Exactly. Well, then those are just dark in like a serious way. Like Batman Returns was dark in like a twisted, like
Tim Burton
weird kind of So I don't know, but I always liked. I like the Tim Burton style the most.
So 3 Paulines gets a 5 up. It's like we're in Las Vegas here.
Yeah. So here we go. And
pretty good. Oh, but you know what? Up, though.
It's like in these games, if your eyes are quick enough, like you can you can always do it.
I've never been good at that.
If only it worked that way in the casinos. The casinos, as a kid, I always thought that's what real slot machines were like. I always thought that you can watch the things.
Oh, you thought it was actually like a game?
Yeah, exactly. It's not a game. It's like a slot machine is just you push the thing, and you don't even have to pull the thing. You just push a button, and then it's like, okay, it's just completely luck.
Yeah.
And as a kid, I'm like, well, who would want to do that? And you got to spend real money for it and everything, and like the chance of getting money back is so slim.
Well, what happens is if you do win money, which happens, then you get addicted to it because then you're like, oh, I could win money again.
Oh, yeah. I might get a little more.
Yeah.
It's like just enough to keep you going for a little bit. I don't know. Usually I just lose it right whenever I've tried.
I think how people get addicted is like one of the first times I ever gambled, I actually did really well and I like won like a lot. So I was like, okay, I love this, you know?
Oh, of course.
But then you go the next time and then you just lose all your money. So it's like, oh, what happened? So that's what I mean. Like if you have a good first experience, then it's like, oh, this is great, you know?
Yeah. It's just like the Twilight Zone episode, The Fever. Really good episode. The guy gets addicted to the slot machine. But it's the exact same thing. He won the very first time.
See?
Yeah.
You know, it's another way you can actually win gambling very easily. If you get a sports almanac.
Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, shit. Fuck.
Now, you had Game Boy back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember what games you had? Did you have Mario Land?
I definitely had Mario Land. That was my favorite one. That and Tetris. I definitely had those.
He turns into he gets flat.
Yeah, okay. That
like
took me a while to figure out. I definitely had those two. I think I had Dr. Mario. I didn't have a lot of them, and the reason why was because Game Boy games, they weren't really that much cheaper than NES games.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of times I'm usually home when I'm playing games.
That was a nice backflip, by the way.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Damn. So basically, it wasn't worth it to me to get Game Boy games.
Because you weren't away a lot.
Yeah, and plus a lot of them were the same games watered down because I wasn't aware of all the exclusives. I knew about Zelda, Link's Awakening, but I think I was too busy playing Link to the Past and stuff. I just didn't
get to it.
Yeah, I never got to it, and because whenever I get money to get a new game or something,
you're almost there.
I just
go. You're almost there.
All right.
Nice.
Cool.
So I think that's the mid stage. Like we're halfway through. It's almost kind of like Mario 3 or something, where we've made it to the mid castle.
Is he going to climb the Empire State Building? Because that would be perfect.
You know what's coming. Yeah.
That would be perfect because it's totally King Kong. That's where they got it from.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Yeah.
In fact, I think there was a thing where it's even said that. Like, I think that's definitely true.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's totally based off it.
Yeah, absolutely.
King Kong, he gets the girl, he goes up to the top of the building, and then Mario would be Jack Driscoll going up to rescue her.
Oh, I never thought of that aspect of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing, because in the movie, he's going up like...
Oh my god, Fay Ray.
Yeah, it's Fay Ray, yeah.
I always thought about Donkey Kong was King Kong, but I never thought about the other characters.
The whole thing is, yeah. Uh-huh. But yeah, I mean, to get into the technical... like legal discussion, you should watch the Game Historian's video on it.
Oh, did you see him retro?
Oh, I did. Yeah, I actually just saw him recently this past weekend. But also the video I did was the part of the Kongathon marathon. It's when I'm talking about the Dino De Laurentiis Kong movies. So watch my review of the Dino De Laurentiis ones, and then I talk about how not as much as like the Nintendo versus Universal thing, but also the Universal versus Paramount, and then RKO, and then the Cooper Estate, and all these different like...
The whole thing's just crazy.
And then there's Toho, and then they did King Kong versus Godzilla. Like, it was this huge convoluted thing over who owns the rights to King Kong.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened, but I think that had to do partially, I could be wrong, but I think that might have had to do with why it took so long to come out, like, officially. But I think the deal was they could make the ports because the ports weren't the part of the problem. I think the original game was the problem or something.
I'm willing to bet it was even something
just
different. Yeah, because that was resolved, I think, with the arcade, actually. But what you're talking about, I think, is actually more. It's like something more to the story. I think it's like that's probably... I'm willing to bet. I'm just guessing that it's not related.
Oh, I think you build like a bridge across because there's no way to get across.
That's a neat idea.
Yeah, so there you go. Now go quick.
Yeah.
I guess this way. And when you get that, there's another arrow, I guess, to build another bridge across. You see the arrow right there? So hit that arrow, and then you can probably put it... Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
See? I like how the gameplay is very like new and fresh.
This is like... this is like Donkey Kong 4 or something. I don't know.
You sounded like Mike Shank.
It was like 4 or something.
2 up. See, and they do a different way to do like a bonus stage. It's not just all like a slot machine. Like I think this is great for a Game Boy title.
Oh, it is. Yeah, this is one that I never would have thought to try. So that's cool. Where do I want to put this? Maybe like...
I'm trying to think.
Wait, it looks like it goes up.
Oh, this one's more complicated.
It is. There we go. Okay, cool. Go. Nice. All
go right up to the fucking... That's a great place to put it.
Yeah. Oh, you know what?
Oh, but you can't get there. Never mind.
I should have put it here. That's...
Oh, wait, there's another... You get another one.
Oh, okay.
There you go. So build the next one. It
undoes it, though. Basically, it's like a second chance.
Yeah. This is like Mario Maker.
Oh, shit.
Watch out the fire. Nice. Get it, and get in there.
All right. Nice.
I just want to get to the end of the first world.
Yeah, I want to see the Empire State Building if they use it. Have they ever put a crown on Donkey Kong's head? Because then it'd be like the ultimate fuck you to Universal. It's like he's a king. He's like King Donkey Kong. It's like they got away with using King Kong, basically.
I see what you mean.
It's like so obviously King Kong, but you know.
That's funny, actually. Yeah. I never thought of that. Will that thing come back again after like limited time? Like that box above your head?
It does. Well, you mean the one where...
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's right. It's been a little while since I played it, so I kind of forget. So you can get the purse right there for points. But you're still waiting. That's like Yoshi.
Oh, yeah.
So now... No, you don't need to go up anymore. Now you need to like go down to get that key.
Oh, okay.
So I think the next one is to build it downwards, like right below where that Yoshi guy is.
Oh, I see. Right okay.
Yeah, like right there, basically.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
To take it down to go across and get the key.
Yeah.
Nice.
There we go.
Nice. But now you gotta build... Or actually, I guess you can take that up. I'm trying to think.
Sure, yeah. I'm gonna try that, yeah.
There,
see what happens.
I think that was it.
Gotta do it fast, though.
Just don't let this guy kill you. There you go. There you go.
And alright.
Boom. Alright, let's see the Empire State Building or whatever it's gonna be, right?
Yeah, good puzzle solving.
The background's cool. Like, they even have, like, buildings and shit.
Dun, dun, dun. That's not what I was hoping.
You wanted, like, helicopters shooting at him and shit.
Yeah, it's not even the Empire State. I guess right now I'm just gonna... Am I trying to do something to him, or... Maybe do I jump on the thing? There we go, okay.
It's very much inspired by Mario 2, right?
It is, yeah.
This is like a boss battle in Mario 2. Like Mauser.
Oh! I thought it was just gonna like roll
Which I know
out.
we did Doki Doki Panic for James and Mike Mondays, but we never did do Mario 2.
Huh. Really?
What I actually would really like to do is Mario 3.
I would say let's just start with the first one and just...
I would actually love... Oh, I want to show you something.
Oh, I did it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so that's basically Donkey Kong for Game Boy, but we're just talking about doing the other regular Mario games. I want to show James something really quickly.
Okay.
So what I'd like to do, if we're going to do Super Mario Brothers, since we haven't done it on James and Mike Monday,
is that the Lost Levels?
No,
I mean, Mario 2 Japan.
This is just regular Super Mario Brothers, but this is the original version of it. Because you got to remember, it came out in Japan first. Mm-hmm. So the version we know is like the black box version. Yeah, that's the original.
So it's basically just the original Super Mario Bros.
Yeah, exactly. Which is funny. You've never probably seen that before.
That's very interesting. This is some history I'm holding right here. Like copyright 85.
Yep.
Now is the game itself any different?
Probably just the title screen is probably just in Japanese or something. But other than that, I think it's the same thing.
Cool.
But maybe we'll do the Famicom version.
Maybe that would be cool. Yeah.
Change it up a little bit.
I want to put this back together perfectly. This is a piece of history. Yeah. Very good.
All right, guys. We'll do some more Mario Brothers games next time. And if you have a Game Boy,
come on! I like this game. Let's keep going.
I mean, we could.
Yeah. We have more games to do. Yeah.
Many more Mondays, many more games.
Yeah. I like this one.
It's good.